Hello, Cancerians. This is your Tarot forecast for January 2016, and Happy New Year. So, we're looking at how the month is going to start out for you and what you can expect throughout this month. And I'm feeling that the year is really starting off with a big bang, not just fireworks, but there is an invitation or there might be an offer. And I see this coming towards you with a sense of victory, and it's coming from a male. So, what a way to start the year where you're feeling that something that you have been perhaps working towards or anticipating is now coming to you. All right, so you're the recipient of whatever this good news or offer just might be. Now, he seems to be a water sign himself. Now, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, but of course, don't get stuck on the sun sign because that could be his moon or rising sign. But he's a very genuine spirit, though. He's a great listener, he's nurturing, he's giving, and quite creative as well. So whatever that may be for you, it could be a little different from one Cancerian to another, but at least it's positive, it's good. Looking at relationships, well, this is a month where there's back-to-back communication, which is going to be essential and important. Why? Because I see how it's going to be tying in with your committed other, where it's all about now making plans, getting on the same page, not just for the here and now and what you're trying to grow, but there is some future aspect in here that I do see that you're going to be discussing. For example, of where you want to go from here. Where are you growing towards? And is this in unison? And if not, then what can we do to create that unison? So this is going to be extremely important for you, and the future is wide open, Cancer. So make the most of it, especially here as we're getting into the first couple of weeks of January, because why? It can really help you turn a corner and really set the foundation for how you want the rest of 2016 to look. So I'm seeing that for a few of you, yes, there's some bottled up emotions here. And of course, you are a sensitive person and you don't always want to bring things up or out. Why? Because, it might just touch a sensitive string. And then suddenly here we have, quote unquote, an issue, right? And that's something that you're not too comfortable with. You want harmony and need harmony. However, though, it's a perfect time to bring up what you feel is important to you. So it's a time not to hold back, but it's all about the delivery, how you bring it forward, So if it bottles up too long, it might come up in a way where the finger is being pointed, and then what happens. Then the other party will jump into defense. And we don't want that, because then we've already lost the whole discussion. So if you're ahead of the game, and this is why it's good to look ahead for what is coming, what energies are kind of like building for you. And if you now are smart and take that step that you bring it up, maybe even before your partner might have bottled up a few things, because I think you already know what could be tweaked. And that's all we're looking at right now. How can you tweak so both you and your partner can feel more wholesome, happier, at one with each other, right? So I'm thinking, from what I'm seeing at least here, that you can only gain greater strength, cover more ground, dig a little deeper roots for what it is that you want for your happiness here in 2016. So this is actually a great way to start the year. And just because it's New Year's and we put our intentions there, that doesn't always work, right? Right off the bat, because we may intend things and then it just, if we don't act on it, it just falls along the roadside. But you're getting granted this extra energy for the first couple of weeks to actually use this for your higher good and your partner's higher good too. Then here, what is this? Well, this is you looking at something. It's more like a possibility of something being served or given to you. And I feel there is a male connected here. So whether that, if you're a female, that could be your partner. Of course, if you are a male, that could be a friend, it could be a boss, or it could also be your partner. But in this, I'm feeling that whatever now is going to be brought up here has to do with something that you can get on board together, like something being suggested, something you can work on. And actually, it looks like it could even hold a monetary aspect to it. Maybe a few of you will be looking at starting a business together or doing one thing or another, but there could be monetary gain. So that is good. And if not just the monetary, it's at least inner value, something that you feel you can grow from. So that is really, really nice. Then there might be a coworker here that I see is showing up, going through a little bit of a tough time. It is a man, and it looks like he feels a little strapped in by circumstance, but he does seem to have a good sense of humor about things, trying to work through it, overcome it, and I think you will also end up hearing some better news for him or around him. As far as what you are working with, Cancerians, I feel now there is really a turning point, as if a transformation can take place. Now, somehow this really ties into something of the past. It might be a goal that you had sometime here in 2015, could even be further back for all that matters, but it's more like at some point back when you were looking at really wanting to kind of really cut through to a certain goal, to obtain a certain goal, and this is coming in right now. So pay attention to what is taking place, especially also in the career field, because this transformation might just bring new life, breathe new life into whatever it is you're working with, so it can feel a little bit more exciting, a little bit more motivating, just so it's not just the same old routine, which over time can get a little, tiresome or heavy. But I'm feeling the action here should be pretty good. Then there is some talk about a short trip, not a long trip, but it's towards a younger person. So it could be for a few of you, perhaps say that if you have a son at college, maybe to go visit him, or he may be wanting to come home for a visit. It's around a younger man. So, and it could also be that a younger man's coming to visit. It doesn't have to be a son, but definitely that is here. And it looks like this person here, he's been really working hard towards whatever it is that has been his goals. So I see a lot of sharing there as well, as far as, all the ups and all the challenges that have been there. And this is a really great young man, very focused, very conscientious too. What else here for January for you? Well, there is some unexpected good news here. There might be some pregnancy here. Either it could be for you or somebody in the family, or it could also be, a daughter of a friend that you consider like family, because family is in here and there is family expansion. Great news, happy news. And I'm feeling this woman who is pregnant is very, very joyful. So it looks like they might have been trying here for a while. And then, of course, nothing is greater news than when it finally comes together. But listen, here, Cancerians, I'm seeing how you right now, you're feeling actually that you're in a place in your life where you've worked really hard over these last couple of years, and you're feeling that things are really starting to smooth out. There's joy, and I see a lot of spiritual growth for you, where you're really doing your thing. And I'm happy to see that, because you have to always remember to nurture yourself as well. You're so nurturing to everybody else around you, ensuring that they're happy, and when they're happy, you're happy. But don't forget about yourself. Take some me time off. When you do, I feel that that's just going to recharge your batteries that much more and that much faster. And it doesn't have to be a whole lot of time, but at least some time to go do what it is you desire. And that just brings smiles just across the board for everybody else. Because, of course, the people who love you will love nothing more than to see you happy, smiling and bouncy, right? With all that great energy. So listen, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Give it a hands up if you did. And I will see you next month there. And once again, Happy New Year.